Hey there, welcome to Mind Made Up. My name's Alex. I like to talk about beauty and other things like that, and I try to do it in a mindful way. But you know, sometimes it's not that serious either. As someone with a very oily T-zone, I have always loved a good powder foundation, even when they haven't been very trendy. I think they're starting to pick up steam again, because I've seen like Fenty come out with powder foundation, and then there's this viral L'Oreal powder foundation on TikTok right now that everybody's buying up. So I'm going to be going through my current favorite routine with the Nude by Nature Radiant Loose Powder Foundation. I've been loving this. I think it's great for quarantine makeup, for days when you don't want to feel like you have anything heavy on your face. And yeah, I think sometimes it just looks better for me in terms of the way it wears. So I'm going to show you how I do it. It's really easy. Just keep on watching. Okay, so we're zoomed in. I have a lot of like discoloration and acne. I mean, it just never goes away. Can you please tell me when it's gonna leave me? I mean, I'm in my 30s now and I just have not been able to get rid of it. So what I like to do is do some concealer, do a little under eye concealer, and then I'll go in with the powder. So right now I'm just taking my Pixi by Petra Correction in Brightening Peach. I'm just going to go under my eyes with that. I think that I'm going to use just all fingers for this application, because this is what I would just normally do. And then you do need a brush for the powder foundation. So let's just go in here. And what I really like about powder foundation is that you don't need to put too much effort to it to make like such a difference in your appearance. Next, I'm going to go in with the bareMinerals BARESKIN Complete Coverage Serum Foundation in the shade Fair. Now this is not really a full coverage foundation, or concealer, but that's okay because this kind of look, I'm not really going for anything crazy full coverage. And what I'd like to do is just bring a bit on the cheeks because I do have rosacea. And then I'll do my nose as well. I have a hair somewhere here. It's gonna bug me. It's gonna bug me the whole video if I can't find it. So that I'll just blend with my fingers because I find that is just what I do when I'm just getting ready fast, like sitting at my desk before work. And I mean like working from home. But I feel like just making yourself look even like 10% better, which I'm not saying this is 10% better, I'm saying this is like gonna be more than 10% for me. But I find even just putting like a little bit of concealer on my under eyes makes me feel, oh, I missed my whole cheek on this side. Makes me feel much more productive. It's like when you look at yourself in the mirror and you have a little bit of makeup on, you just, you know, you just get into a better headspace. If I'm like completely lazy and I don't do anything, I don't style my hair, it's all greasy and messy, and then my face doesn't look the best either because all my acne is showing, it just puts me in a little bit of a different headspace, you know? That's not the version of Alex who wants to get a bunch of stuff done that day. That's the version of Alex that just wants to lay in bed. I do this weird thing with my fingers. See, like I have my middle finger and then my other finger's pushing on it. I'm not saying that's a technique you need to use, but that's, for some reason, that's what I do. It just goes like that. Oh, I put too much on there. Let me just take a sponge. I just happen to have a sponge handy. But you know, normally I wouldn't do this just because I feel like in your laziest moments you don't want to go to the sink and wash a sponge, right? At least I don't. So the Nude by Nature powder, like I said, is labeled as radiant. It's supposed to make your skin have a bit of a glow, but kind of be mattifying at the same time. And I did say earlier, this is a clean beauty product, which is something that I'm very into. It comes, it has kind of like a net here, so you're gonna need a brush that's small enough to push into this. You could, I've tried to use like a larger kabuki, but it's not really the best. This definitely isn't like my favorite type of brush. I would rather have a flat top, but I don't really have anything like that I can find right now. So I've just been using this brush. Did you ever use bareMinerals? I actually never owned bareMinerals, despite the fact that I love mineral makeup. I used to have this one from Maybelline that I really liked. I think the problem with that is like the shade was always too dark. And don't inhale. That sounds bad, but like don't inhale deeply when you have all this powder just floating around in the air. And you can kind of just swipe along effortlessly if you'd like, or you can stipple. I tend to stipple in places where I want more coverage. And this is shade W2 Ivory, and I feel like it works out okay for me. It might be like a tiny bit darker than my skin tone, but I like the way it looks. Now I will take a smaller brush and go in more in detail around the nose, just because it's hard for me to get in there. And I feel like I can really press it into my pores that way. And a bit on the chin, since I have so much acne in that area. And this is where I'll also do the eyes. See, I'm already kind of creasing there. And just get up there in the under eye area. The one thing that is a little bit of a pet peeve of mine when using all these more radiant products is that I don't like my under eyes to look shiny, which I find that they really do when you're using a creamy concealer and a radiant powder. So I'm using this Covergirl Clean Fresh. This is actually Covergirl's like foray into the clean beauty space, which is kind of cool. But this is like a translucent powder, and it's more of a drying matte powder. So I just like to put it right here on the eyelid and just right in this porous area to take away some of the shine. So the next thing I'll do is go in with a bronzer, and I'm using this Burt's Bees blush. It's toasted cinnamon. It looks quite warm, so don't be thrown off by the name blush. It's fine. And I'll just do that around the perimeter of my face, the forehead. Are you dying that I didn't, that I'm not wearing anything in my hair? Oh god, my brush is falling apart. That I'm not wearing anything to get my hair out of my face. That's one of my pet peeves in watching other people do makeup, is where they don't get their hair out of their face. They'll have like a wig on or something, and I'm like, stop pushing your hair behind your ears, stop touching your hair. But here I am doing it. A little bit on the double chin. I've been struggling so much with my weight since quarantine. Well, it's actually since I hit like late 20s, early 30s. I think I've mentioned this before on this channel, but I just like myself a lot more than I used to. So self-acceptance is something that's come easy for me now. Which makes it really hard to lose weight, I find. Because I'm not like, oh, I hate my body. I'm like, my body's pretty cool. So I have like less motivation to lose weight, but when I'm filming these videos and looking back at my face, I'm just like, gosh, I used to be so much slimmer. And like technically why am I even rambling about this? But technically I am overweight right now, based on my BMI, so I'm on a fitness journey again, guys. It sucks because I'm one of those people who yo-yos so much. I was doing so well, and then like over the holidays I just fell off the wagon hard. So now I'll go in with blush. This is Burt's Bees. This is Shy Pink, which is good for me. I am quite the introverted person. I forgot that while we were on the bronzer category, I should have gone into my eyes, which is what I always do too. And just take it out, extend it out through my eyebrow here. just to give some definition to the eye. Everything you do is kind of like haphazard. Nothing too precise, nothing too perfect. Realistically, I might not even put highlighter on, but I will use this Pixi by Petra Duo highlighter. It's in Glowy Gossamer Duo. And I will just hit my inner corner a little bit. Maybe just a little bit with the fingertips. I don't want to look too textured because I do have large pores. I feel like I maybe look a little bit textured. But I do generally, why is that so hard for me to say right now? I do enjoy generally the look of this radiant kind of powder. Okay, so we're almost done. Just got to do the eye area and the lips. So what I've really been liking recently for eyebrows is like a very natural look, which right now I'm using the Anastasia Brow Freeze. It's like basically a hair gel for your eyebrows. So I'm just gonna gel them up and then find little sparse areas to fill in. This is what I really don't like about this brow trend, is because I feel like some people who have longer hair brush theirs up too much and it looks kind of crazy. Like, I am not meant to have that kind of look. If you don't have much brow hair, that's probably something that could make you appear to have a fuller eyebrow if you kind of like brush them all straight up. But what I really like this product for is I have very asymmetrical eyebrows, where this one will kind of grow in this way, but this one I can never get the inner part to shoot out that way. So with this I can actually make it stay over there, and I can make this one stay over here. But yeah, I would never leave this like this. I like to brush it down. Still looks a little bit crazy, I would say. This is very much like the laminated brow look. So that product wasn't clean. This is my other product I'm including that's not clean either, and it's the Urban Decay Brow Blade. But I just like these brow products, and I don't really have anything comparable yet in the clean beauty space, so that's why I'm sticking with these for now. So yeah, what I like to do is, I'm not an overplucker, I just like to have a messy looking brow. So what I'll do is kind of like make them look, I'll bring in lines on the underneath side to make them look like very much bushy. And another thing I really enjoy is if I want like a little natural smokiness, a little bit of a wing, I like to use this. And I never mentioned this shade. This is Cool Cookie. I like to use this as my eyeliner because it gives you a very subtle look. Okay, so I curled my lashes. You don't have to put on mascara. I'm gonna put on mascara, but I want to just do my lip really quickly. So I'm gonna be using the Lawless Forget the Filler Definer Liner in the shade Pink Sand. And I'm just gonna take it down here. I love this eyeliner because it's, or this lip liner because it's so creamy. That just gives a little bit of definition, and then I'll go in with a clear gloss. This is Tower 28, their ShineOn Lip Jelly in the shade Chill. And I find that I'd just rather wear gloss and a little bit of lip liner throughout the day rather than commit to a full lipstick. Alright, so I finished off with the Lash Blast Clean Mascara, which I really enjoy right now. And yeah, I think it really ties everything together. So this is my quick and easy powder foundation routine. If I wasn't explaining to you what I was doing, it'd be a lot faster. So I highly recommend you check out this Nude by Nature foundation, because I think it's just like, it's a good product that makes you just feel good throughout the day. It doesn't take much effort. And then sometimes I just feel like creams or like too much foundation can just like feel kind of weird as it sits there on my face all day. So I'm really digging the powder lately, and I hope you try it and I hope you like it too. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. Please leave me a comment down below, anything you'd like to see in the future. If you could subscribe, that would be awesome too. I'd love to have you be part of this little community here. And yeah, I'll also leave my Instagram handle if you want to follow my hair journey, because I try to post some kind of update pictures there on the gray hair. So yeah, thanks so much for tuning in. I want you to remember, don't just make up your face, make up your mind too. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.